Evidently, Gary thought we were going to play yesterday. He texted me, "What time's the game tonight?" I said, "We don't play till tomorrow." And I said, "I hope we play tomorrow because I don't know about this weather right now."
I was a little worried this afternoon when it started missing, but the radar, I kept looking and it was
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah. That's why I kept saying, if it rains just anything this afternoon, we're done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Yep.
Let's keep it that way.
Okay. I don't think I did this one. I did not.
Need me to take care of anybody?
Huh?
Need me to take care of anybody for it? I'm sure Glenn has a list. I already know a couple on his list. It's probably the same people that are on my list from previous years
Well, I
in
know
different places.
I know that there's a certain person in the state chart north that
Yeah.
shall remain unnamed.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Oh. Oh. I wish you could have heard him the one year when Augusta wanted to come travel to you all to play a no game, and they're supposed to play in the championship with us. But they wanted to go play you all, then come down here and just play one game. So they just showed up for one game here and left for championship series. Yeah, I lost all respect for that guy at that point. Yep. If it was one of those teams, we would have stayed for a whole series, like we're supposed to. But oh well.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Oh, thank you, Kim.
Where's Brent?
He's over. He's in the last one.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, Kim, whatever you want. Just
They got me slaving in the concession stand.
yeah.
Okay, evidently I did not add him.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever. I don't.
Don't want that paper to blow away, put that power cord on it. That cord on it.
Yeah, I got the cord under. I just need it so that way I know the
Or the right.
the date's on.
Yeah, that's the base plate. That's the white one. They might be talking about some street. Is this the first game for dog shit?
No, it's our third.
Third.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Tanner Brindle behind the plate. Let's give them a warm river welcome. Tonight's BeeJays buyout sponsor is Warren Family Funeral Home. Please support their generosity and allow tonight's fans to enjoy this game for free. Let's give Warren Family Funeral Home a round of applause. If you have not gone to the t-shirt trailer to receive your drawing ticket,
Okay, you've done. Did you help me already? Okay. So there is. You can double click on this and it'll put up a home run. Same thing to get rid of it. If there's a strikeout, you can do it there. Change sides. Roll the inning, outs, plus or minus. So runs, hits, errors. Don't have to worry about left on base for either team. Someone gets on, you put them on base, take them off, move them. Let's just click on.
Oh, so if I click home, like
you click home run, it does. All it does is put up a graphic. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. But a strikeout right here will put up the out,
Okay.
and a walk will
Move a runner to first.
move. I believe it puts the runner on, yeah.
Okay.
Or if there's just anything, you just hit next at bat and it rolls it over. So, and it should clear the count for you.
And does it have to be on this, or can I do it?
No, you do it over there. I just moved it because it was
Easier for you.
kind of watch a little bit here, and because for some reason that camera's wanting to freeze today.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
But pretty simple, usually.
Yeah. Pretty easy.
No, dude.
Good afternoon.
And good
evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Brent Gould Field. It is Jacoby Radcliffe
that
that
is
is
leading
off for your Dodge City A's.
Why
1-0 count to Radcliffe.
That pitch
misses low.
Makes
it 2-0.
He's
playing their third game of the season. It is opening night for the Liberal BeeJays.
That pitch
Is called strike.
The
A's have already spoiled one opening night, and they're looking to do it again
here
against the BeeJays. Pitch swung on and missed. Evens a count at 2 apiece to Radcliffe.
So the
lineup for your A's looks like this. Radcliffe in the leadoff, he's a center fielder. Batting second is Colbreth, the first baseman. Batting third, Blake Coleman in left field. Batting cleanup, Jaden Moreno is the designated hitter. That pitch is fouled off.
Nice
diving. Tempted fence, but not able to come up with it. So. Batting fifth, it is Edwin Silverio. He is the second baseman. Batting sixth, Edward Gregory Jr., the shortstop. Batting seventh, Paxton Huff in right field. Batting eighth, Kevin Hammond, the catcher. And rounding out the lineup for your A's is the third baseman, number 8, Ethan Kang.
So that is the
lineup for your A's. Is pitches delivered high, and the count runs full.
So
a big payoff pitch coming here from Josh Reed. He's the starter for the Liberal BeeJays. And misses high on the payoff pitch, so the leadoff runner aboard. The A's looking to continue their hot hitting. Try to take this one and improve to 3-0 on the season. The A's already 2-0. They beat Great Bend on opening night in Great Bend 8-3. And then beat Great Bend at home on A's opening night. Won that game 15-12.
Is that
That
pitch?
pitch
Grazed
grazed Colbreth, and that will put a runner on. So 2 on and nobody out. Just
Walking.
no, you could. It will put them on, but you can just put them on base.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And if there is a count, you can just hit next at bat and it'll clear the count.
Perfect.
Two runners,
Two runners on, nobody out here is
Blake
Coleman steps in,
takes the
takes
first pitch for a strike. Runners
go.
Colbreth
able to stay on, so runners now in scoring position for the A's, and
down in the
count
count
0-2 is Coleman.
The double
steal gets runners into scoring position for your Dodge City A's.
The A's
trying to do what they did
in
previous nights, which is score early and score often.
Pitch
fouled off into the netting.
It was the
big crooked numbers that gave the A's
the win
on Sunday night at home. Pitch down low.
And it's
one ball and two strikes to Blake Coleman.
So the
A's
had an
off day yesterday. It was a hot day in Dodge City.
About 90
degrees.
Doing
their youth camps.
That pitch
is fouled off.
A much different story today.
Cold and windy, a little bit of drizzle.
About
55 degrees, and it is
a much different feeling. Coleman
pops that one up. It's right at the second baseman, so nothing doing on that one. And that will be out number one.
One away for the A's,
and that will
bring
in Jaden Moreno.
A 1-0 count to
Moreno.
And he'll be hit by pitch,
and that'll load the bases. Probably not the start that the BeeJays were looking for from their starter, but either way, it's something to get the A's going here.
So that'll bring in Edwin
Silverio. Currently 55 degrees. Feels like 50 here in Liberal, Kansas.
Wind is
blowing in from left to right. Silverio takes a big swing at that one. Comes up empty.
Falls down in
the count 0-1. One away for the A's. The base is loaded. Pitch misses outside to Silverio.
And
evens a count at one apiece. So the A's are doing their youth camps this week as well. Had to cancel one session today due to the weather. But we'll do more the rest of the week. They also will return home as Silverio takes that pitch for a strike. A's return home to Cavalier Field tomorrow night while they'll face another familiar foe in the Hayes Larks.
Larks
will come to town tomorrow night. The BeeJays will come to town on Thursday night. The A's will have Friday night off, and then they'll travel to Hayes America on Saturday.
That
pitch called strike freezes Silverio, and that is out number two. Two away with the bases loaded, and the A's trying desperately now to not leave them loaded. So in
So
steps,
Edward Gregory Jr. Pitch. Inside edge called strike.
Has
Has
Gregory down in the count
0-1. A's rocking the yellow tops tonight. Yellow jerseys with green numerals outlined in white.
Versus
The BeeJays that are going with the white tops.
BeeJays
BeeJays across the front in baby blue letters and numerals outlined in their red.
Pitch was
fouled off and down in the count 0-2.
The 0-2
pitch. Gregory sends it. It's a fly ball out into right center field. One run scores. Here comes a run. The throw is cut off on the infield going to second. Gets the out. Does the BeeJays, but 2-run score for the A's. And they lead this one 2-0 on the RBI single from Edward Gregory. We'll take a step aside, come back with the top of the order for the Liberal BeeJays after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
Man, that was like all.
Let me see what's going on.
Oh, shoot. Wait.
Huh?
How do I go to the... Oh.
Yeah, you can just hit, when you hit change side, it should go to the bottom.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So we've got a feed active somewhere.
Welcome back in to Brent Gould Field. I am Justin Hergert alongside, and we are headed into the bottom of the first. A's lead it 2-0. Welcome back in to Brent Gould Field. I am Justin Hergert alongside, and we are headed into... Jacob Ortega at the plate for the Liberal BeeJays, and a full count now. It's Aiden Ruiz getting the start on the mound tonight for your BeeJays, and called strike 3. Ortega sure thought it was ball 4, but a strikeout looking to start the inning for the BeeJays, one away. Aiden Ruiz, one of the locals on the team, comes from Spearville, Kansas, pitched for Spearville High School this year. One of the products that was featured on Sports in Kansas, had a pretty phenomenal season this year for the Spearville Lancers. Cole Giametta at the plate for the BeeJays.
Sends a ground ball to the second baseman. Silverio throw to first in time and out number 2. Let's take a look at the starting lineup defensively for your Dodge City A's. From left to right in the outfield, it is Blake Coleman, Jacoby Radcliffe, and Paxton Huff. Third to first across the infield, Ethan Kang, Edward Gregory Jr., Edwin Silverio, and Cade Colbreth. Kevin Hammond behind the plate, and Aiden Ruiz on the mound for your Dodge City A's. Kotaro Wakui at the plate for the BeeJays. Takes first pitch. He sees for strike number 1. 2 away already for the BeeJays. Nobody on. The pitch from Ruiz misses outside, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 pitch. Ruiz working from the third base side of the rubber is fouled off. Gets Wakui down in the count. 1-2. The 1-2 called. Strike 3 on the lower edge, and that will end it. Ruiz with 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and that will start the ball game for the Liberal BeeJays. We'll be back with Huff, Hammond, and Kang due up when we return in the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Paxton Huff leading off for your Dodge City A's. We've reached the top of the second. A's leading at 2-1. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors so far for the A's. As Huff steps in, he will face Josh Reed out for his second inning of work. As he'll show bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike anyway. Down in the count, 0-1. Kevin Hammond standing in the on-deck circle for your Dodge City A's. The 0-1 delivery catches the inner part of the zone, and that quickly has Huff down in the count, 0-2. Josh Reed, the left-handed pitcher for the Liberal BeeJays from Angelo State University, comes from Midland, Texas, as Huff will send that one down the left field side and will fall foul and out of play. Count remains 0-2. So the defensive alignment for the Liberal BeeJays from left to right in the outfield, it is Jacob Ortega, Jack Ryan, and Kotaro Wakui. Then from third to first across the infield, Bennett Vondrak, Cole Giametta, Jalen Johnson, Brand Wilson, Diego Davis behind the plate, and Josh Reed on the mound for the BeeJays. 1-2 delivery from Reed. It's popped up, and it will go foul and out of play behind us. The 1-2 delivery. Called. Strike on the inside edge. So 1 away for the A's. And for the first time this game, the leadoff runner is not aboard. Hammond steps in. Kevin Hammond was a catcher on opening night at Great Bend. That pitch is high and outside. It was a good job by Diego Davis to get up out of his stance and keep that one from going past. Pitch is high again, and now a 2-0 count to Hammond. Two-0 delivery. Misses outside. And now it's 3-0. You can see on the live stream the outfield wall is pretty well lined with sponsors ads, something that they do very well here at Brent Gould Field. That pitch catches enough at the upper edge to be called a strike. Makes it 3-1. So the dimensions here at Brent Gould Field, 320 down the right field line, 370 into the right power alley. Hammond will draw the walk, and that will bring in Ethan Kang. So it's 370 in the right power alley, 400 to center, 380 into the left power alley, and 340 down the left field line. So Ethan Kang hitting in the 9-hole tonight for your Dodge City A's. 1 on and 1 away. Kang fouls off the first pitch he sees back into the netting. The pitch, down low. A good block by Davis again to keep Hammond from advancing. We saw it the other night against Great Bend. You normally don't think of a catcher that can run, but Hammond's got some wheels and he can move. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, and just on cue, there goes Hammond taking second base. The throw is a little bit wild, gets out into shallow right center field, but not advancing. So a stolen base and ball 2 to Ethan Kang. Two-one pitch. There goes Hammond again. They'll catch him in a rundown, and he'll be out dead to rights. That was tried to run on it, tried to get another stolen base, but he'll be thrown out. So 2 away now for the Dodge City A's. Is a 1-5 put out. So we'll go back to work. Nobody on, 2 away. Ethan Kang a 2-1 count as that pitch misses outside, and it's 3-1. And Kang will draw the walk. So now 1 on and 2 away. The A's will turn the lineup over to Jacoby Radcliffe, who draw the walk. Came around to score back in the first inning. I say back in the first inning, that was just 1 inning ago. We're already a little over 25, almost 25 minutes into this ball game. We're in the top of the second. Throw over to first, not in time. So the BeeJays have kind of figured out that the A's will run. Ethan Kang, another possible runner out there on the base paths, gets a lead, but called strike at the plate to Radcliffe, down in the count 0-1. Winds have kind of been switching around. They were blowing from left to right across the field. Now starting to come in more from center. So Radcliffe will take a swing and a miss, come up empty. Down on the count 0-2. There goes Kang. He's thrown out at second. So Jacoby Radcliffe will come back up to bat. We'll have the top of the order due up when the A's come back to the plate. And we're headed to the bottom of the second. The A's lead at 2-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Diego Davis comes up to the plate for the Liberal BeeJays, takes the first pitch. A little fly ball out into right field, and Paxton Huff there to pull that one down. And one away quickly for the BeeJays. So that'll bring in Bennett Vondrak. Ruiz with the pitch. It's outside for ball number 1. Aiden Ruiz out for his second inning of work, has just thrown just 14 pitches. 8 of them have been strikes. So that pitch misses just a little bit high, and it's 2-0 to Vondrak. Pops that one up, and it will go foul and out of play. Two-one delivery. Ruiz fires. It's a fly ball. Silverio tracking it. He'll pull that one down for out number 2. So that brings in TJ Cox for the Liberal BeeJays. Cox, a designated hitter tonight. BeeJays went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first and trying to avoid going down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. The A's lead at 2-0. Pitch called strike on the outer edge. Evens a count at 1 apiece to Cox. He'll foul that one off. It goes to our left and out of play. Down in the count 1-2. One of the things you like to see, and Ruiz doing it well, is pitching with tempo, keeping the pace of the game going. called strike three. It was a check swing, but called strike three nonetheless. And the BeeJays go down 1-2-3 for the second time. We're headed to the top of the third. It is 2-0 A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Welcome back into Brent Gould Field. We have our first pitching change of the game. It is Trevor Steele taking over the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. Jacoby Radcliffe steps back in, so Radcliffe walked on his first time up back in the top of the first. Radcliffe batting 143 on the season so far, takes a first pitch from Steele. It is outside for ball number one. Steele delivers. It's inside. Count 2-0. Trevor Steele, the right-handed pitcher, comes from Vanguard. Calls San Clemente, California home. 2-0 delivery. Steele working from the first base side of the rubber. Jacoby shows bunt, pulls it back. Counts 3 balls and no strikes. Is the A's and BeeJays tonight. Of course, they're playing on Brent Gould Field. Brent Gould Field also home to Seward County Community College. They play here. This is their home field, and that will be ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to lead off the inning. So back-to-back times that Radcliffe has been at the plate, he has drawn a walk. And for the second inning of the game, the A's have their leadoff runner aboard. That brings in Cade Colbreth. He was hit by pitch on the very first pitch that was thrown to him back in the first. Colbreth batting 100 on the season so far, takes the first pitch. It's called strike on the inside part to get him down in the count 0-1. The A's have played 2 games so far this season. Won both of them against the Great Bend Batcats. That pitch is fouled off as the runner went Radcliffe will have to go back to first, and down in the count, 0-2 is Colbreth. Cade Colbreth playing at Tallahassee State College. Comes from Graceville, Florida. Oh, 2 delivery coming from Steele. As he misses outside. No work down in the A's bullpen at this point. So we'll see just how far Coach McCollum and company decide to let Aiden Ruiz go. 1-2 pitch inside, the throw to second. Not in time, not able to hold on to it. Was a shortstop, so a stolen base for Radcliffe. And a 2-2 count now. Not sure. Coach McCollum was asking for something. I'm not sure exactly what the clarification was, whether it might have been obstruction. I don't know. Oh. So they're going to call, and I'm betting what the deal is that Cade is being called out on an interference at home.
Batting third, number 24, Blake Coleman, left fielder.
So Blake Coleman comes up, takes pitch was popped up on the infield. So Jade Moreno called, it will be out, and the A's get nothing here in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It is 2-0 A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Aiden Ruiz back on the mound for his third inning of work as it will be Wilson, Ryan, and Johnson up for the BeeJays here in the bottom of the third. They trail the A's 2-0. The first pitch in was called strike, and that one misses just outside. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Wilson will foul that one off, finds himself down in the count, 1-2. The A's with 2 runs on 1 hit. They've left 2 aboard so far. The BeeJays, no runs, no hits, and 1 error so far in the ball game. Pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. We've worked our way into the bottom of the third inning already. That pitch down low. Count runs full now to Wilson. A payoff pitch, a big one coming here from Ruiz. The BeeJays trying to get their leadoff runner aboard, and he'll foul that one off, and we'll see the payoff over again. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming. And it is low, and the BeeJays have their first runner. So the BeeJays get their leadoff aboard here in the bottom of the third, and in steps Jack Ryan. Ryan, the 8-hole hitter. BeeJays went down 1-2-3 in both the first and second innings. The pitch, this is a little bit high. Makes it 1-0. Grounded to the shortstop. They'll go to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. So it'll be a fielder's choice. Ryan running and beat that one out. So the BeeJays with 1 out, 1 on.
Next up, number 7, Jalen Johnson, second baseman.
And give credit to the A's. That was hit deep in the hole at shortstop. Gregory cut it off well. Just weren't quite able to get it over to first in time to beat out the speedy Ryan. 1-0 count now to Jalen Johnson. So BeeJays have 1 on and 1 away. 2-0 count. Ruiz misses low on that one, and it's 3-0. Not much of a crowd on hand for opening night for the BeeJays. That pitch is called strike. Rightfully so. 55 degrees is a little cool for baseball weather, especially here in the 1st of June. That pitch misses inside, and 2 walks in the inning have put 2 runners aboard. Jack Ryan at second now, Jalen Johnson at first, and the BeeJays turn the lineup over to Jacob Ortega, who got caught looking his first time up. Pitch is called strike. That will even the count at 1 apiece. Ruiz delivers a strike on the outer edge. One ball and 2 strikes, 1 away for the BeeJays, 2 runners on, and Ortega will go down swinging, so back-to-back strikeouts for him. That will bring in Cole Giametta. Giametta, he grounded out to Silverio his first time up. Two away. Ruiz will step off to reset the clock. Not sure if they're actually keeping a pitch clock. Normally it would be set for 20 seconds, and that pitch misses a little bit low, makes it ball 1. Pitch is sent out into center field and called catch. And that will end the inning, a diving catch by Jacoby Radcliffe. Can we say da-da-dun, da-da-dun? ESPN, we need a replay on that one. Nonetheless, it is out number 3, and we are headed to the top of the 4th. The A's lead it 2-0. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Top of the 4th, and it is Edwin Silverio leading off for your Dodge City A's. He'll take the first pitch he sees. Comes up empty on a swing, down in the count, 0-1. Edwin batting .333 on the season, takes that pitch for strike number 2. The 0-2 pitch coming from Steele. It's outside, bounces. No harm, no foul on that one as it bounces into the netting, and it is a 1-2 count to Silverio. Silverio got caught looking his last time up. The A's in the heart of their order here, and he'll go down swinging on that one. And that'll be one away. So the A's don't get their leadoff runner aboard here, and here comes Edward Gregory Jr. Singled his last time up. Pitch is called strike. It'll even the count at 1 apiece. Steele now has 17 pitches on the ball game. 9 have been strikes. That pitch is called strike. Down in the count, 1-2. And pitch called strike 3. Brings up Paxton Huff. Huff got caught looking his last time up. This is his first at-bats of the season. The 0-1 delivery. It's sent up the first base line. It will roll foul. Huff with second life, as that surely would have been out number 3 for the A's. Steele delivers that one high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away for the A's. Nobody on. A's leading this one 2-0 as we've worked our way into the top of the 4th. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors for the A's. No runs, no hits, 1 error for the BeeJays. Both teams have left 2 runners aboard so far in this ball game. A Steele misses wildly outside on that one, and it's deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard. 2-2 delivery. Coming up from Steele. Throws. Grounded to the shortstop. Fielded. Throw to first. In time. And that will do it. The A's go down 1-2-3 for the first time in the ball game. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th, where it'll be the middle of the order due up for the BeeJays. When we return, you've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Leading off for the BeeJays, it is Katura Wakui. Wakui got caught looking his first time up and quickly down in the count 0-1. Aiden Ruiz back on the mound for his fourth inning of work for your Dodge City A's, and still nobody down in the bullpen at this point. Pitch is delivered outside for ball one. Ruiz been effective, has thrown just 45 pitches now as that one misses outside. In contrast to his counterpart, Trevor Steele, who is the second pitcher for the Liberal BeeJays, has already thrown 25. So a 3-1 count now to Wakui. Pitch misses high, and that'll be a leadoff walk. The A's pitching staff as a whole, coming into tonight's game, so in 2 games, the A's pitching staff has struck out 23 batters, allowed 11 hits, and walked just 15 batters. So the first pitch to Diego Davis, who flew out his first time up, is in for ball number 1. Ruiz takes a long look over at first, throws over, not in time. So in 18 innings pitched, Francis O'Connor leads the A's with 3 2/3 innings. Pitch is inside, gets away, and that'll move the runner Wakui over to second. So a 2-1 count, runner on second, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th, and the BeeJays trying to get something going. They do have a runner in scoring position now. Ruiz fires. It's called strike on the outer edge to even the count at 2 apiece. Kui sends that one. It's up the first base line. It'll roll foul. So Akui with a new lease on life after that one would have been out number 1 for the BeeJays. Sorry, Davis. I misspoke on that one. Diego Davis at the plate. It is Katura Wakui that is on at second for the BeeJays. 2-2 pitch coming. Ruiz fires, and it's up the first base line again and goes foul. That was not foul by much. A very close call up there, up the line. Nonetheless, foul ball, and we'll do it over again. The count remains 2-2. That is strike 3 as Davis will come up empty. He'll go down swinging. Brings in Bennett Vondrak. Vondrak flew out his last time up. Take the first pitch he sees, fouls it back into the netting for strike number 1. The BeeJays still hitless through 3 1/3 innings. Ruiz, a slow one on that one. Gets strike number 2 as Vondrak comes up empty on that one. Down in the count, 0-2, one away for the BeeJays. One ball and 2 strikes. Vondrak will get frozen, called strike 3, and now 2 away. Brings up JT Cox, who was a strikeout victim his last time up. Let's go take a look at things real quick.
Number 4, designated hitter, J.T. Cox, preparing to bat.
Aiden Ruiz has issued 6 strikeouts already in this ball game. That pitch misses for ball number 1. Cox will foul that one off. It'll even the count at 1 apiece. The A's trying to get out number 3 here and get into the top of the 5th. See if they can get something going after they scored 2 in the top of the first inning, and that has been the only scoring that we have seen so far. Pitch misses outside. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. When shifting again, starting moving more from left to right, so pole to pole across the field now. That pitch called strike on the outer edge, and it is deuces wild across the top of the scoreboard again. 2-2 delivery coming up from Ruiz. He'll steady. Fires in. It's chopped, and it will go foul. We'll do the 2-2 over. Cox will send that one foul, but it goes up the third base line this time. Count still 2-2, but Ruiz misses outside, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch as Ruiz digs into the rubber now. Looking in, he has his sign and comes set. The payoff pitch is called. Strike 3 on the outer edge, and Ruiz gets him looking. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball, or top of the 5th. Kevin Hammond up to lead off for your Dodge City A's. We've worked our way into the top of the 5th inning. Trevor Steele back on the mound now for his 3rd inning of work, and he takes the first pitch. Pretty sure it was called a strike. Hammond fouls that one. It's going back, and it will fall into the stands. Of course, our GM, Danny, not able to get his hands on it, sitting over there to our right. Down in the count, 0-2 is Hammond. Hammond walked on his last time up. The 0-2 delivery misses up high. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin Hammond batting .250 on the season so far. Of course, early in the season, this is just game 3 for your Dodge City A's. That pitch called strike. That'll bring in Ethan Kang, the 9-hole hitter for your Dodge City A's, walked on his last time up. Ethan with a 167 average through the first 2 games. He'll take the first pitch he sees from Steele. It's strike number 1. We've worked our way into the top of the 5th. The A's lead at 2-0. They scored their 2 runs back in the top of the 1st, and that has been the only scoring that has occurred so far, a 1-1 count. Nobody on and 1 away for the A's, looking to turn the lineup over back to Radcliffe to start their 3rd trip through the batting order. The A's, Kang takes that one inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. You remember several years ago, there was a marathon of a game here at Brent Gould Field, a 15-inning game that lasted 5 hours. Kang takes that one, and it's 3-1. Of course, that was also a game where the A's had a 9-run lead going into the 9th and gave it up in the bottom of the 9th. We ended up going 15 innings. That pitch is popped up. It's headed down the right field line, giving chase as the first baseman, calling for it in foul territory. The second baseman, Jalen Johnson, pulls that one down and 2 away. So that'll turn the lineup over for your Dodge City A's and bring up Jacoby Radcliffe, who is yet to record an official at bat in this ballgame, as he has walked on both times he has been at the plate. Radcliffe has scored 3 runs for the A's so far this season. He'll send that one out into right field, and pulling it down is Wakui, and that will be out number 3. So the A's go quietly in the top of the 5th. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the lower third of the batting order for the Liberal BeeJays. When we return, you've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Aiden Ruiz back on now for his 5th inning of work for the A's. It is the lower part of the order coming up for the BeeJays. Brand Wilson at the plate now. Walked on his last time up. Count evens itself at 1 apiece with that strike call. Correction, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now 3. 3-1 delivery coming from Ruiz. Aiden Ruiz, the Sparrowville High School product, is committed to Coffeyville Community College. So that pitch is fouled off and the count runs full. So another payoff pitch coming here. Ruiz getting his signs from Hammond. The payoff pitch misses inside, and leadoff runner aboard for the BeeJays. BeeJays have been held scoreless and hitless through the first 4 innings of the ball game. See what they can get going here. Jack Ryan steps in, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Ryan shows bunt, fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-1. A 1 pitch. Ruiz delivers on the outside edge. Not called. It evens a count at 1 apiece. The throw down to first was not in time. A good snap throw by Hammond behind the plate, but just not in time to catch Wilson. Wilson getting his lead off at first again. Ruiz takes a long look, delivers in. It's low for ball 2. 2-1 pitch coming. Ryan, it's grounded to the shortstop. The throw to first. No throw, and that puts runners on first and second. So the first hit of the ball game for the Liberal BeeJays. Runners on first and second with nobody out, and here comes Jalen Johnson. Johnson walked on his last time up. The A's starting to get work down in the bullpen now. Looks like Nolan Huff will be in the bullpen for the A's. That one's bunted up the third base line. The throw to first in time, so it'll move the runners over, both of them into scoring position for the BeeJays, but 1 away.
Next up, left fielder, number 8, Jacob Ortega.
So here comes Jacob Ortega, who has struck out back at the top of the order. He struck out looking and swinging. 2 back-to-back strikeouts for him as the A's turn the lineup over for the BeeJays, now starting their 3rd trip. Down in the count, 0-1 is Ortega. A big swing and a miss on a pitch inside there has Ortega down in the count, 0-2. A's would love to see if they can get the BeeJays to leave runners on here and get out of this one unscathed. The pitch, it's inside and plucks Ortega in the back, so he'll be hit by pitch, and that will load the bases. Is it necessarily bad? It's not all bad, because now you have a chance at a double play to get out of the inning with no damage done. Cole Giametta stepping up to the plate, and here comes head coach Jeremiah McCollum going to go out and have a mound visit, and I can guarantee you that this one, more than anything, is a settle down Ruiz a little bit and give Nolan Huff out there a little bit of time to start getting warmed up in the bullpen. So the A's with their first mound visit to the ball game, and we'll take this opportunity to start thanking some of our sponsors. So our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Lewis Automotive Group, and Curbs Law Office, LLC. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So we'll go to work, bases loaded with one away. Cole Giametta at the plate. He is grounded out and flown out the last 2 times he's been at the plate. Takes the first pitch from Ruiz. It's called strike 1. So with 1 out, bases loaded, the A's would love to get out of this one with no damage done, but the pitch inside, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Ruiz delivers inside again, just not catching the zone. Now at 83 pitches in the ball game. Two-one delivery. A line drive out into right field. The throw home is cut off. So that'll score a run. They'll trade an out for a run, and the BeeJays on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. They trail it 2-1. So that'll bring in Katoro Wakui. Wakui's 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. First pitch he sees is outside, and it's ball 1. 2 away for the BeeJays, runners on the corners. 1 run in, so it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors for your Dodge City A's. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error for the BeeJays. That pitch has popped up, giving chase is Colbreth up the first base line and pulling it down. That will be out number 3. The BeeJays leave 2 aboard. They trail it 2-1 as we're headed to the top of the 6th. Colbreth, Coleman, and Moreno due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. A pitching change for the BeeJays as Leandro Tamaki takes over the mound for the BeeJays. And Cade Colbreth on a 1-1 pitch flies out. Down and first out for the A's. So that'll bring in Blake Coleman. Coleman's 0 for 2, got on an error his last time up. Ended up getting over 2 second on a ball that was thrown out of play and takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Coleman takes that one. It's a fly down the right field line, and it will go foul and out of play as kids with gloves. And if this was a Bananas game, that would be an out. Fortunately, not the Savannah Bananas here. So we'll go back to work. A 1-1 count to Coleman. Takes pitch low and outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Worked our way into the top of the 6th inning. A's lead it 2-1. Pitch misses high and inside, gets Coleman bending back. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Coleman comes up empty. And a full count now. So Tamaki, a right-handed pitcher, comes from Oklahoma Panhandle State University, coming from Japan. Payoff pitch grounded to the shortstop Giamatti. The throw to first is wild, but it will get a runner on, and it is the second error of the ball game for the Liberal BeeJays. It was hit deep in the hole, and the shortstop cut it off well, but making the throw, it was not a good, clean throw. So that puts Coleman on. Jaden Moreno steps in. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game, flew out his last time up. He'll take the first pitch he sees for ball number 1, or strike number 1, sorry. Moreno leading the team in batting average at .500 on the season so far. Has scored 3 runs and 2 hits. One count. Tamaki looking in, has his sign and steadies. It's a fly ball headed out into shallow center field. It'll drop for a hit, and that'll put runners on first and second for the A's with only 1 away. So with 2 runners on and 1 out, here comes Edwin Silverio. He has struck out both times he's been at the plate so far tonight. I have a feeling he's due for something here. Righty steadies on the mound, holds his glove up high, delivers a curve inside for strike number 1. Grounded to the shortstop. They'll go to second for 1, but not able to get a play. So a fielder's choice for Silverio, and that'll put runners on the corners with 2 away.
Edward Jr. Gregory, shortstop, number 6 at the plate.
So runners on the corners for Edward Gregory Jr. He's 1 for 2, got caught looking his last time up. Singled the first time he was up, though, and was back in the second inning. Throw over to first was not in time. 1-0 delivery from Tamaki. It's a fly ball. It's headed out into center field, but hung up a little too much, and Ryan able to pull that one down. The A's don't get anything out of that, leave 2 runners on, and we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Diego Davis at the plate for the Liberal BeeJays. One-two count to him as Nolan Huff has taken over the mound for the A's. Pitch up the line, and they'll tag out. It'll be a 1 unassisted on that one as Huff hustling over to get that slow roller up the line, and 1 away for the Liberal BeeJays.
Number 22, third baseman, Bennett Rundrat.
So here comes Bennett Vondrak. Vondrak's 0 for 2. Got caught looking his last time up, and Huff delivers a strike on the inside edge to get him down in the count 0-1. A's lead at 2-1. We worked our way into the bottom of the 6th. A's scored 2 in the top of the first. Grounded to the third baseman. Throw to first across the diamond in time. Great throw by Ethan Kang to get the out, and it is 2 away.
Number 4, designated hitter, J.T. Cox, coming to the plate.
The A's scored 2 in the top of the first. The BeeJays scored their run in the bottom of the fifth. It is 2-1. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the A's. They've stranded 4 and 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors. The BeeJays have stranded 5, so there have been opportunities. And in all rights, the BeeJays should probably be leading this ball game as Huff bounces that one ahead of home plate for ball number 1. This game just over an hour and a half old. JT Cox is 0 for 2, has struck out both times he's been at the plate. Huff steadies, kicks, and fires, and it's swung on and missed, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. So the A's just now making their first pitching change. The BeeJays made their first pitching change in the 3rd inning. So the BeeJays are now on their 3rd pitcher. This is just the 2nd for the A's. Huff working from the first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires. Leaves one a little too far inside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Opening night here tonight for the Liberal BeeJays as they're just getting their season started, and Cox thought that might have been ball 4, but called strike and the count runs full. Payoff pitch coming as Huff gets his sign and comes set. Fouled off, so we'll see the payoff over again. Kevin Hammond going to go out and have a quick conversation with Nolan. More of just a pat on the back and says, good job. We'll go back to work. If you really watch, as Huff comes set, kicks his leg, fires in, and it is ball 4 there. So that'll bring in Brand Wilson. Wilson's no official at bat so far in the ball game as he has walked on both times he's been at the plate. That wild pitch down low gets away from Hammond, and that will move Cox over to second. So a runner on second, 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays. The A's trying to get out of this one with no damage done. They lead it 2-1. The A's need to get comfortable with the BeeJays as we will play them 7 more times this season. 3 more here at Brent Gould Field, 4 at home. Two-0 pitch coming as Huff wants a new set of signs. Comes set. Fires in. It's a strike on the outer edge, and that makes it 2-1. So officially, the A's are members of the Rocky Mountain League. So are the Liberal BeeJays and Hayes Larks. 6 members of the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. We play 5 official league games, and anything over that are considered non-league. So the A's will play 1 non-league with the Denver Cougars, and they are playing 1 additional non-league game with the Hayes Larks. 3 that will be non-league here with these Liberal BeeJays. So the pitch is fouled off, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch coming from Nolan Huff. He comes set, steadies and fires in, and it is popped up. Calling off Kang is Edward Gregory Jr., and he'll pull it down. That'll be out number 3, and the A's get out of the inning with no damage done. We're headed to the top of the 7th. It'll be Huff, Hammond and Kang due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back in it, Brent Gould Field, and it is a 1-1 count to Paxton Huff. He'll ground it to the shortstop. The throw to first is errant. So another error on the Liberal BeeJays. I don't know. You know what? The scoreboard's calling it error. I think I could call it a hit, honestly. That was hit deep. So that'll bring in Kevin Hammond. 1 on, nobody out. Throw over to first is not in time. Tamaki still on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. So Kevin Hammond up at the plate now for the A's. Got caught looking his last time up. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game with a walk. Shows bunt, and it is called foul. He bunted it straight down into the batter's box, and down in the count, 0-1 is Hammond. So yes, the Rocky Mountain League is a collegiate summer league. Much like the Coastal Plains, much like the Independence. The Jayhawk League, which is another one here in Kansas, the KCLB. There are several collegiate leagues around. The throw down to first or second in time. They say he got him on the swiping tag. And 1 away now for the Dodge City A's. Well, the umpires are going to talk about it. Runner is out. Give credit to the catcher. Davis can throw, and he's gotten the A's out twice on caught stealing, but Hammond will wear that one. He'll be hit by pitch, and that'll put a runner on with one away. So in steps Ethan Kang. Kang flew out his last time up, walked the first time he was up as well. So the A's completing their third trip through the batting order here with one on and one out. Worked our way into the top of the seventh. Pitch misses down low. Makes it 1-0. So the players for these teams, they come from all over the place. The A's have more Division I players than have in the past. The A's have heavily recruited the junior college ranks around the area in years past. Few NAIA, heavily recruited in the junior colleges. This year with a coaching change, and each head coach does their own thing. So the A's coach comes from Florida A&M, and so he recruited heavily out of the Division I ranks. The BeeJays are coached by a coach he coaches not too far from here at Oklahoma Panhandle State. They traditionally get a lot of guys from Texas and guys from all over the place. So these teams recruit from all over the place, and it's not just it may not be players that you see playing all day, every day, and it may be some guys that didn't really get much work, and they're coming out in the summer leagues to get at-bats, get some practice, get throws on the mound, and get time in to get ready for their upcoming season this fall. Kang will take a swing and a miss, and that will run the count full. So a big payoff pitch coming here from Tamaki. Hammond getting a lead off of first. He goes. Kang sends that one out to right field, giving chase, and he comes down with it. Is the right fielder Wakui, and that is out number 2. Hammond has to stay at first. 2 away with one on for the A's, and like to get some insurance going here. The A's turn the lineup over to Jacoby Radcliffe.
Number 15, Jacoby Ratcliffe, center fielder now batting.
Radcliffe takes a swing, fouls that one off. He's 0 for 1 on the ball game, flew out his last time up. Walked the previous 2 times he was at the plate. Radcliffe is 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 0-1 delivery is outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The A's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They've left 4. The BeeJays 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors, and have stranded 6. Radcliffe sends that one up the first base side and foul, and down in the count 1-2. Cade Colbert stands in the on-deck circle for the A's. Throw over to first again, not in time. Of course, the end goal for the A's this year, berth into the NBC tournament, to be held later at the end of July. The A's have received bids a couple of years. 2 years ago, they received one, didn't have enough players to make it. Year before that, same thing, just didn't have enough arms to finish the season. That pitch called strike 3, and that will end the inning. The A's strand another one, and we're headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Liberal. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Brent Gould Field as we've worked our way into the 7th. Nolan Huff back on the mound for your Dodge City A's. Jack Ryan leads off. Fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike one. Ryan's 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Called strike on that one and quickly down in the count 0-2. It's locals night. Both pitchers that have been on the mound for the Dodge City A's both come from Spearville, Kansas. If you don't know where Spearville, Kansas is, it's a small town about 17 miles to the east of Dodge City. Pitch is fouled off, and down the count remains 0-2. The 0-2 over again from Huff as he kicks and fires. It's called strike 3, and Ryan goes back to the dugout, down on strikes. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here. So subbing in for Jalen Johnson, it will be Todd Baffa. Baffa takes the first pitch. It's a little low and outside. Ball one. One away for the BeeJays. In the bottom of the 7th, the A's lead at 2-1. Baffa grounds out when it's fielded by Silverio at second. Throw to first in time, and now 2 away. The 4-3 put out, and now that brings in Jacob Ortega back at the top of the order for the BeeJays. Ortega has struck out twice and has been hit by pitch. So here's a fun fact for you. The A's pitching staff has issued 8 strikeouts in this ball game, 7 of them by the starter, Aiden Ruiz. Pitch is in for strike number 1. Down in the count, 0-1 is Ortega. 2 away for the BeeJays, and Ortega comes up empty. He was trying to swing for the fences on that one, and it's now quickly 0-2. Huff shaking off a couple, has what he wants, and he'll come set. That pitch, it's sent down the third base line, giving chase is Kang. Not able to come up with it, is out of play. Count remains 0-2. So Huff will take a step around the mound and come back on. He works from the first base, well, actually more about the middle of the rubber. The sun has set and lights now in full effect here at Brent Gould. A check swing. They say he went around, and that will be strike 3. That ends the inning. We're headed to the top of the 8th. The A's lead it 2-1. It'll be Colbreth, Coleman, and Moreno due up when we return. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into Brent Gould Field as we've worked our way now into the top of the 8th inning. Take this opportunity. We'll thank some of our home run sponsors: Cargill Meat Solutions, Lauren Dahl, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, TCBP LLC, Jimmy John's. Cade Colbreth leading off, takes that pitch for strike. He comes up empty on that one, down quickly, 0-2. Colbreth is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out his last time up. He was called out on offensive, actually it would be defensive interference earlier in the ball game. So we'll continue thanking some of our sponsors as Colbreth will go down swinging for strike number 3. Aiden Bowman now on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. So we'll thank some more sponsors: the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, Anfragon Financial LLC, Koch Fertilizer, Deriva Energy, Rabine Brothers, United Wireless Communications Incorporated, and Dodge City Kenworth. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Blake Coleman stepping in. He's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Got on an error his last time up. Out to face Aiden Bowman, the 4th pitcher of the ball game for the Liberal BeeJays. Takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. That pitch is called strike, and Coleman quickly down in the count, 0-2. Top of the 8th in a tight ball game. Of course, the A's played a tight ball game, trailing late in the game at home on Sunday against the Great Bend Batcats. They actually trailed that game 12-11. They would score 4 in the bottom of the 8th inning to take the lead and would win the ball game 15-12. That pitch, a line drive right back where it came from, up the middle, and Coleman aboard with a single. One runner on and one away for the A's, and that brings in Jaden Moreno. Moreno singled his last time up. So Bowman for the Liberal BeeJays, the new pitcher. He works from the first base side of the rubber. Pitch is delivered for ball number 1. Aiden Bowman, the right-handed pitcher, a freshman from the University of the Pacific, comes from Stockton, California. So the 1-0 delivery coming up. Bowman takes a look over at first. Moreno will foul that one off and evens a count at 1 apiece. Game 3 of the season here tonight for the Dodge City A's. Don't worry, there's a lot of ball game yet to be played, as the A's are slated to play a total of 39 this season over the course of just over a month and a half. Pitch was fouled off, and down in the count, 1-2 is Coleman. Of course, the A's will finish up their season in the 3rd week of July before hopefully getting an invite into the NBC. Coleman comes up empty on the swing, and it is down on strikes. As Coleman will go back, or sorry, not Coleman. Moreno goes back to the dugout. Brings in Edwin Silverio with 2 away. Silverio's 0 for 3. Got on a fielder's choice his last time up.
Next up is number 1, Edwin Silverio, second baseman.
We used to have a saying, and this goes back to a long time ago. There used to be a saying, there is no safe lead in the Jayhawk. Of course, that was back when the A's were in the Jayhawk Collegiate League, which fell apart and has been reincarnated by some different teams in the Wichita area. There used to be a saying, there is no safe lead in the Jayhawk, and I can guarantee you that the A's would like to get some insurance runs here at some point. 1-1, the count to Silverio. The A's lead 2-1 in the top of the 8th inning. All games in the summer, they're all 9-inning games unless it has to be a resumed game, and on the fielder's choice, they go to second for the out, and that will end the inning. The A's strand one. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th with the top of the order due up for the BeeJays. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Back in at Brent Gould Field as we thank some more of our sponsors. Our triple level sponsors, Conant Construction LLC, Wild Pines Washes Dodge City LLC, Tommy's Car Wash, First Avenue Dental PA, ITC Great Plains LLC, Hinton Plumbing Service LLC, Medical Heights Dental Center PA, DC Appliance and Furniture, and Dodge City Eye Care. We thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Nolan Huff back on the mound for the Dodge City A's as Colt Giametta leads off for the BeeJays. He's 0 for 2. Hit into a sac fly his last time up. Pitch is popped up, and it will go foul and out of play to even the count at 1 apiece. Both teams have stranded 6 runners through this ball game so far, and that could be the costly difference when this one's all said and done. Giametta wears one off of his back, and that will put a runner aboard for the BeeJays. And for the 4th time in this ball game, the BeeJays have their leadoff runner aboard. Brings in Wakui, and he takes the first pitch he sees. It's single out into right field. Runners on first and second with nobody out. So the BeeJays with their second hit of the ball game and have runners on first and second. Nobody down in the bullpen right now for the Dodge City A's. That pitch delivered in for a strike by Huff. Davis not happy with it, but strike nonetheless, down in the count 0-1. Davis 0 for 3, grounded out his last time up. Also a strikeout and a flyout in the ball game. Davis delivers one. It's up the right field side. Pulled down by Huff, and that will be out number 1. So from nobody out with 2 on to 1 out and 2 on, and only one of those runners in scoring position for the BeeJays. So now that brings in Bennett Vondrak. Vondrak's 0 for 3 in the ball game. He grounded out his last time up. The A's trying desperately to hold the BeeJays at bay here. First pitch, a fly ball. It's headed out into left center. It'll fall into the gap. Here comes one run. So it'll be at least a tie ball game. One run's being waved home. The throw is high. And the BeeJays have taken the lead at 3-2. So a clutch double for Vondrak, and the BeeJays lead this ball game 3-2. No work down in the bullpen, so we'll see what head coach Jeremiah McCollum has up his sleeve as the A's will have to score now in the top of the ninth. So JT Cox now at the plate. One away for the BeeJays. A runner in scoring position with Vondrak. Cox 2 strikeouts and a walk as that pitch is delivered high, and it's ball number 1. Vondrak gets a good lead, but a swing and a miss by Cox, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Two balls and 1 strike, the count to JT Cox. Huff now with 39 pitches in the ball game. A fly ball, and it's right back up the middle, and here they're going to stop the runner at third, so that'll put runners on the corners, and well, the BeeJays have something cooking here. They lead it 3-2. 3 straight hits in this ball game, and they'll put a pinch runner on for the BeeJays. Matt Bernath, the runner for the BeeJays, now at first. Called strike to Brand Wilson. He's 0 for 1, flew out his last time up. Runners on the corners with 1 away. Pitch is low, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. So that pitch is fouled off. One-two pitch coming from Huff. He's looking in, waves off a sign, has what he wants. Delivers, it's swung on and missed, and that will be out number 2 for the BeeJays. Another strikeout for the A's pitching staff, and here is Jack Ryan. He's 1 for 3, struck out looking his last time up. A fly ball, it's out into center field, and Radcliffe there to haul that one down. They hold the BeeJays at bay. They score 2. They lead at 3-2. The A's have to score coming up It is the lower part of the order due up, starting with Gregory when we return in the top of the ninth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.
He's a funny dude, but I think he can play, so I want to see him.
So Edward Gregory Jr. leads off for the Dodge City A's, and he's got a 2-0 count against Aiden Bowman. So that pitch is outside and low, and it's ball 3. Top of the ninth, the A's now trail it 3-2. The BeeJays have scored 3 unanswered after the A's scored 2 in the first and have not scored since. Caden Stewart going to the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. And it is a 4-pitch walk, and the A's have their leadoff aboard. So here comes Paxton Huff. Huff is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up.
Right fielder, number 13, Paxton Huff, coming to the plate.
So the A's had their 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters due up here in the top of the ninth. The pitch was high, and a snap throw down to first, not in time. Five straight out of the zone to start the top of the ninth for Aiden Bowman. Huff shows bunt, pulls it back. The throw to second. He stays on the bag. So Gregory in with a stolen base, and we have a runner in scoring position. Six straight out of the zone now. Gregory gets a lead off of second. Shows bunt again, does Huff. Lays it down. The throw to first is in time, so they get the out, but the sac bunt moves the tying run over to third. So the tying run now just 90 feet away for the Dodge City A's. And here comes Kevin Hammond.
Next up, catcher, Kevin Hammond, number 34.
So Kevin Hammond 0 for 1 was hit by pitch his last time up. Takes another one high, and it is ball 1. I think it's safe to say that Aiden Bowman struggling a little bit to find the zone here in the top of the 9th. New player down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's in Caden Stewart. Just joined the team over the weekend. Of course, most of the team reported Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday last week. The A's opened their season on the road at Great Bend on Saturday. Of course, they won that one 8-3 against the Batcats. The A's had sure loved to spoil another opening night here against the BeeJays as the pitch is left high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Called strike right on the inside edge and moves the count to 2-1. The A's would sure like to get the go-ahead run aboard here. That one's left high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Hammond can afford to sit back and take a pitch here, and if I was him, I'd sure look to take one. Swing and a miss. It was a good one to try on, but that evens or runs the count full. So big time payoff coming now from Bowman. A's trailing 3-2. It is 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. The tying run 90 feet away at third. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Hammond will go down on strikes, and now 2 away. BeeJays, I'm sure, would love to close the door here as Ethan Kang steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the ball game. He flew out his last time up. He's going to have a quick conversation with head coach Jeremiah McCollum. Jeremiah might be making a pinch hitter here. And that will be the case as Kang is going to the dugout, and the A's call up, it looks like Isaiah Velasco, and indeed it is. Isaiah Velasco steps up and will be a pinch hitter for the Dodge City A's here. He steps on with 2 out in the top of the 9th, and the tying run is 90 feet away. So Isaiah Velasco, a returner to the Dodge City A's, played last season, was a catcher. He's a graduate student at Post University. Velasco takes a big swing at the first pitch he sees, and it's down in the count 0-1. The pitch swung on and missed. Velasco down in the count quickly, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery from Bowman. Velasco fouls it off to remain alive. It's back into the net. Count remains 0-2. The A's looking to improve to 3-0 on the season. BeeJays looking to get their first win on opening night. The pitch outside, and it's ball 1. The A's would sure love to spoil opening night here for the BeeJays. Bowman has his sign, comes set. Delivers, it's high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces wild across the scoreboard. The 2-2 delivery As Bowman waves one off, has his sign. Winds up and delivers. It's a strikeout, and that will end the ball game. The A's fall 3-2 to the Liberal BeeJays. They scored 2 runs early but couldn't hold on. We'll have our post-game wrap-up after this. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's fall to 2-1 on the season as they fall to the Liberal BeeJays tonight, a final score of 3-2. And it was the late runs that aided the Liberal BeeJays on their opening night. Let's take a look at our final game wrap up here. The A's would get the scoring started early. They'd score 2 in the first, but would be held scoreless for the preceding 8 innings. The BeeJays, however, they would score 1 in the 5th and their 2 runs in the 8th, and that would be the difference maker for them as they would take the ball game on opening night. So the A's fall to 2-1. They will be back in action tomorrow night as they face the Hayes Larks, another non-league contest there. The A's will also face these Liberal BeeJays back at home at Cavalier Field on Thursday evening. Both of those games, 7 p.m. first pitches. I am Justin Hergert, was alongside with Carson Repp, assisting with the live stream for the entire A's board and organization. We thank you for following along, and we appreciate your support of Dodge City A's baseball. For the final time, A's fall 2-1 at Brent Gould Field. Saying farewell and so long from Brent Gould Field. Good night.